Oh my God, y'all, this op note is just killing me. I don't know what I'm missing here. They got some unbundling going on. It's just a mess. But anyway, this question right here, or yeah, it's a question. But prior to them leaving this question, they also said, so some who gives a apprentice a job? And then they followed up with, so someone off the street will be qualified in 2 years to get a job. The short answer to this question is yes. As a medical coder, you are required to hold an apprenticeship status with your certification for at least 2 years, or for 2 years. Yeah. There are ways that you can shorten that, which I talked about in previous videos. I'm not going into that right now, but I wanted to talk about this statement right here. So if you think about the training that you get for medical coding, so you are going to a specialized school to get a specialized certification. It's not like you're getting a broad-based education like, PE, humanities. It's not like normal college education. It's specialized. You're learning the business of medicine. You're learning how to apply ICD-10 codes, HCPCS codes, CPT codes, Medicaid, Medicare, commercial insurance, pre-authorizations. You're learning about how to look up codes in the code book. You're learning about Medicaid policies, how CMS is involved, fraud, abuse, things of that nature, because you are a medical coder and those are the things that you're going to be working with all the time. So it's a specialized education for a specialized credential. And if you know anything about apprenticeship in any industry, I'm just going to compare it to like a tattoo artist, because I know a tattoo artist personally that is apprenticing right now. They're in the shop and they are working with other tattoo artists, and they are giving certain tattoos that they have to do in order to say that they have done this type of tattoo so that they can go off on their own. So the different types of tattoos that I've talked to my friend about was like black and white tattoos, line tattoos, different shading techniques that they have to do, color on certain skin colors, skin types, things like that. Like they have to say that they mastered certain skills that is related to that field in order to say that they have experience, and that tattoo artists pass them on to become their own tattooists and do whatever they wish to do with their, with their role. Similar to medical coding. Once you pass your certification in medical coding, you have to attest that you have worked with the codes and payer policies for at least 2 years before you can even apply to say that you're no longer an apprentice. If you think about that, our job is very important and crucial to the financial stability of any practice or organization. So you need to learn how to properly apply everything that I said, guidelines, compliance, all that stuff, properly in order to get reimbursed so that the facility can stay up and running. Your doctors need to get paid. Their ancillary staff need to get paid. They need to keep, everything running. So you have to learn how to properly apply everything in order to make sure that you get paid and not be out of compliance with the federal government. So our job is very important, and you need to know a lot of rules and follow a lot of rules and regulations and understand the importance of privacy, and it's so much. So that's why it takes about 2 years before they feel like you're confident and competent enough to be a medical coder. You still not gonna know everything in those 2 years. I've been doing this for well over 10 years, and I still have so many questions at times. I still have to do a lot of research at times. I was just telling you this op note that I'm currently coding is getting on my nerves. It's giving me the flux, but I know how to look stuff up, and I know who to ask when I need to, and that's part of your job as a coder. You need to know how to research things and where to find credible information, because there's a lot of things you can Google out there, but you don't know if it's a credible source. As a coder, you will know how to tell that in due time. 2 years is just the minimum. If you ask me personally, especially if you're dealing with complex surgeries and complex procedures, multidisciplinary, specialties, you probably need more time than that. But 2 years is fair, because you build on that knowledge every year. So the short answer, yes. And after 2 years after you've been certified, you will be able to get a job. But the caveat to that is you are actively working in the field. You are applying and coding things properly and doing things correctly. You have your certification, your training, your education, and you are continuing to get your continuing education units. You're continuing to get trained. You're continuing to learn and develop as a coder. So, like I said, I hope this was a real question, but if it wasn't, it absolutely gave me an opportunity to, address why you graduate or pass your exam and you have A at the end of your credential. And you become a CPCA until you ain't. Talk to you soon.